Hello everyone. I have spent last week watching, reading, playing stories that broke me, changed how I feel about reality of war and how many games and movies I watched. I have never realized how indoctrinated into the war I was. Watching these stories made me realize I need to learn more about it, so I delve into this each, and I have spent last week watching a lot of movies and trying to understand the reality of war. I want to talk about this. This video has spoilers for Come and See, Son of Saul and Spec Ops The Line and All Quiet in the Western Front, and you should see every work of art here because I think I'm not gonna do justice. And if you did or you want to watch this video, let's begin. I was watching clips on YouTube on Spec Ops The Line, and I remembered the first time I played this game, and I think it was around 2 years ago. I thought this was just another Call of Duty or Battlefield game. I was just gonna shoot enemies and walk through this game and end it in few hours. It ended in few hours, but it also ended a lot of perception I had. I felt deeply unsettled. I felt like my actions couldn't be undone, and experience have shifted how I see war. And I think you should play this game at least once in your life, and you cannot play this game again probably. I think this is the one of the reasons that dictators first go for the artists that oppose them, because it's this kind of art that makes you question even if the strongest doctrines that you had. The regime tried to burn all quiet on the Western Front in 1930s, I think, and people thought it was unpatriotic to read that because someone told them it was unpatriotic to read that, and it's still been using to this day. Book was banned because it exposed the reality of brutal war and the whole life of a person that fought for the country, fought for the honor that everyone thought you represented by fighting for it, by just writing all quiet. And every person that fought on that day, died on that day, on that battleground, was cleaned off with a person who wore a uniform just like his, but he didn't get any blood on his shirt. But those young guys just died without anyone knowing. That's something that I'm not. I cannot put my words in. Then there is Son of Saul. Last week I watched this movie, and I promise you I couldn't breathe throughout the movie because it makes you follow this person and you cannot breathe. I watched a lot of movies I wanted to skip this movie. I wanted to drop it in half, and I don't like to do that, but it was one of the greatest artistic portrayal of trauma I have ever seen, and everyone should watch it after they watch Come and See. This movie I have kept about 10 years now, and I am glad I kept for that long, because if I had to watch this movie when I first put in my watch list, I was about the same age with the main character Gloria. Pain Gloria went through is actually a lot of pain that was carried around the world. It's not a one unique story, it's a common story throughout every war that has ever been waged. How a child enters a war with hope and a dream, like in All Quiet and Western Front, but never actually leaves it. I play a lot of games. I play a lot of war games that put you through the soldier's boot and go through war in every continent, but no game came close to what this game puts you through. Like, you think you know war, you don't. It's the toxic arguments online I have seen throughout the day even more heartless, even more pointless, because we are going through this with each other even if we don't want to. I'm sharing these words because I'm disgusted by the people who want war behind their keyboard, people who preach war behind a lectern and their country to die for in their politics. That kind of things makes me question a lot of things, like stop killing each other for nothing, and seek therapy as a whole country, as whole nations, as Earth. Because fighting like this is so primal, and I know because fighting like this is primal, and it's gonna be the end of us if we don't try to stop it. When I was young, internet was my refuge. What I consumed here, what I watch in YouTube, what art I consumed made the person I am today much calmer, much optimistic person. So here's what I want to say: choose life over death. Choose wandering over violence. Choose art instead of destruction. Choose happiness instead of perpetual hatred for what you are not. And please choose peace, because this is the only art we have. There is no backup planet. There is nothing that we can escape to. And if people think if nukes go off, it will be all like Fallout. It won't be. It will be one long winter that we won't survive. Here's your good news for the week. The High Seas Treaty is officially active, creating massive protected sanctuaries across our oceans. Also, the scientists found a natural tree seed that filters microplastics out of water. We aren't doomed to a wasteland. Beautiful things are happening, and this is my dog. But let me be clear. War isn't a distant story. War isn't the abstract concept that we left over 70 years ago. War is happening every day, and day in and day out. It's real, it's brutal, and the only way that we can stop it is if we choose to. By voting for those who matter, by protesting, by any means necessary, fighting for our lives, not for any agenda that we don't see, not for any ideology probably should have put it to rest. It won't happen with empty words or hollow gestures. It will only happen with real commitment to peace over anything, over violence, understanding, hatred, and life over death. Thank you for enduring this video. It was really hard for me to make, but I think I had to make this video because last week I only thought about movies and this games and books, because I think more we learn about war, more we learn about our mistakes, and we can enjoy our lives much better, because if you do the right thing, the grass will get greener. And even if this video has changes an inkling of idea on anyone, that there is hope for humanity yet, or I don't know. Yeah, thank you for watching, I guess. See you in next week, hopefully better and much more happy video.